What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Salute to everyone tuning in. I want to talk about an Instagram model by the name of Eliza Jane, or I think it's Eliza Jane. I made a video about her a while back when she went on the No Jumper podcast and she bragged about how she got a choo-choo ran on her by a bunch of Phoenix Suns players. She didn't just name one in particular. It was a bunch of these guys, right? It was a bunch of these guys that she had run a choo-choo on her. Now, we've speculated who was a part of the choo-choo, how many. Well, she claimed it was a starting five, basically. And now she's pregnant. And she's claiming that one of these guys got her pregnant. Now, I'm looking at the timeline, right? Because when I spoke about it, it had to be way before she got pregnant. So obviously she was still messing around with one of these Phoenix Suns players. Now we can look at the roster and look at who could be what, who's dating who, right? But if this is true, because we all know these IG models love to lie. If this is true, these guys are some of the dumbest males I have ever seen. You guys are making a lot of money. Why are you screwing somebody who's for everybody? Why? What's the point of this? What's the point of this? Like, especially when you're in Arizona. I know there's plenty of attractive women in Arizona. Arizona has some big cities. I've heard they're nice places to be. Y'all can't do better than this. This is outrageous to me. This is how thirsty these males are. This is why nobody takes these guys seriously. This is why it's easy for females like this, who literally bragged about getting a choo-choo ran on her. Y'all got her pregnant. It's just like the female I did a video about who claimed that she was pregnant by either Kevin Durant or Blake Griffin. I think her name is Lana Rhodes. Like, do these guys actually not care about where they put their seed? If this is true, now again, this is according to her, but if this is true, these guys are not very intelligent. But let's get into this article. This is from Marca. It says Eliza Jane, the Instagram model that once claimed that she performed oral relations to Devin Booker and 6 other Phoenix Suns players at the same time, is now pregnant with her first child. And the internet has been heavily speculating that the father of the baby could be a current NBA player, even though she has yet to publicly address the issue. She hasn't publicly addressed it, but she's kind of put it out there. She wants people to believe that. Personally, I don't think any of those guys got her pregnant. I think that this is just some misdirection from her. Like Lana Rhodes, they could have got pregnant by a guy they had a one night stand with. I told y'all, these women are not very disciplined either. These women, as much as they have been around these streets, they could have been pregnant by a numerous amount of guys, as much as they've been in these streets. In 2020, Instagram model Eliza Jane appeared on the Adam 22's No Jumper podcast and recalled that on her birthday, she hooked up with 7 different players from an NBA team on the same night, but mentioned that she wasn't sleeping with any of them at the time of the interview. Yeah, right. See, you can't believe everything these women tell you, because they love to lie. I tell y'all, these women are liars. They're liars. Even though it's been years since that crazy night, the Suns players, tons of internet users are speculating, even assuring that the father of Eliza Jane's first child is among those 7 Phoenix Suns players, even though the model isn't making any revelations just yet. If she's not saying anything, it could be true. It could be true, because she would have said it. Again, this is how thottish these women are. How do we get to a point to where we have to speculate who your child's father is? It is because these women are so in these streets. They are so in these streets that they're sleeping with several different men at the same time. They have no solid boyfriend. None of these women have boyfriend. And if they do, they're getting cheated on. Most women who are into Instagram modeling, OnlyFans modeling, these women are sleeping with all types of people. Sleeping with people for money. They're sleeping casually with exes, dudes they meet off the gram, dudes they meet at the club, at some party. They're not very disciplined, man. She probably don't even know who the father is. But once the baby is born, if that baby has a tan, I'm telling you right now, we already know what's going on there. I mean, these chicks are just out here in these streets, man. This is your Western woman. This is the woman that you dudes want us to stay here in America to date. These are the women that y'all claim that we shouldn't leave behind. These are the women that y'all want us to play Captain Save-A-Heifer for. Ain't no way. There ain't no way that me or other men want to play Captain Save-A-Heifer for women like this who you don't even know who the baby's father is. And before people say, well, maybe she's private, Jay, she admitted to getting a choo-choo ran on her by 7 NBA players. I would say that doesn't mean that definitely shows you that she's not a private person. So y'all can say whatever you want, but there's nothing private about this particular female. Nothing whatsoever. Y'all can say what you want, but there's nothing private about what is going on with this particular female and who she's claiming to, possibly be pregnant by. I just hope for the sake of because again, people say, well, that was a couple of years ago. She's not sleeping with those same guys. She still could be. Women don't just stop sleeping with somebody after just one particular engagement. I mean, some of these guys are so thirsty, they will sleep with the town slore. They will sleep with the town slore because a lot of these guys are thirsty. They are. And they're willing to wife up the chick that done been with just about everybody. Let's go to some tweets from a couple of years ago. This is on Osimo Side Action. These are from 2020. This will give you some depth into her mindset. This was back in August of 2020. And people were asking, who she of the NBA players that she got with on the Phoenix Suns. Someone said, was any of them in the starting lineup? She said, duh. Devin Booker, a lucky man. She said he was the first. So he was the first. Listen, man, if any of you guys impregnated this particular female, you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. You don't understand how many guys she's like. That's going to be your baby mama. That's going to be your baby mama. This same chick is going to be your baby mama. So let me say in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.